Welcome to HAGER'S Hangout. Today I have something that I've never even seen or heard of before. It is, let me look it up what it's called again. Brussel Sprouts. I got a gigantic box of Brussels sprouts, about I want to say like 20 pounds worth, maybe more, maybe less, but I also got a bunch of onions and stuff like that for really cheap. But I've never made any Brussels sprouts or anything similar to it. I am going to be experimenting for some guests. Okay, so we'll see how that goes. So what I did first was take 2 or 3 onions. I think it was 3 onions. I chopped them up. Okay. Then I took the Brussels sprouts. I halved them, cleaned them, and boiled them. I know you're not supposed to boil Brussels sprouts in this recipe, but did I mention I've never made Brussels sprouts before, so I did something that may not typically be recommended for most people, but you know what? That is okay, because you're learning with Hager, and I'm learning with you. Okay? So, I boiled them. And then I preheated the oven to 350. I'm also making beans. So the recipe that I'm making is in fact good for vegans or vegetarians or stuff like that. I'm going to be adding mushrooms, garlic powder. Some people like adding like fancy stuff like salt and pepper and paprika or some other fancy stuff, but you're cooking with Hager. If the food isn't good, no amount of spice is gonna make it better. It'll just mask it. And I do not mask anything. I will be adding a super secret ingredient. So I have garlic Alfredo sauce that I'm gonna be substituting for heavy cream, since that was on sale and heavy cream was not. Do you sense a pattern? Add some of my garlic. Let's go ahead and add the mushrooms. Should be enough mushrooms. Alrighty, mushrooms are stirred up. Let's pour in our sauce. Just let that sit there for a bit. Gotta get your money's worth out of that jar, because this stuff's expensive. I think I paid like $1.25 a jar. Normal price is like $4 apparently, which I can't ever imagine paying that much for sauce, but to each their own. Let's name it Brussels Sprout Surprise. Since I have no idea what this is supposed to taste like, I have no idea what this is supposed to look like. I'm just using ingredients what I found in my kitchen and making it feed enough people, because that's how I do things. I make sure everyone is fed, and I'm gonna salt and pepper the onions to taste. Done. If you recognize, I did not add any salt or pepper. I would have preferred the onions to be a little bit more brown, but it's got to go in the oven real soon. I think you would call this a casserole, since it's in a definition of a casserole. Random ingredients slapped together and thrown into an oven. I don't know how long you're supposed to cook beans for, but they're gonna cook for probably an hour. Half hour? Nah, hour, maybe half hour. Let's see how they look over time. Alrighty. So this looks nice and mixed up. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna call this. This is now a casserole. Comment down below if that's the proper name for this, because if it is, nailed it. If not, oops, that's okay. I'm going to do top rack, and I will put a lid on it. I'm going to 30 minutes should be enough, right? Woo-wee. That does look good. Let's see if I'm gonna like Brussels sprouts after this. Alrighty. What? It's hot. The mushroom and sauce tastes good. It's hot. 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 You know what? That actually is good. Yeah, that is good. That is actually very good. Yeah, I'm actually surprised. I like it. Is this my favorite meal? Absolutely not. But it's actually really good. I'm actually surprised. And all I did was 3 jars of tomato sauce, 2 onions, I don't have no idea how many pounds of Brussels sprouts, 2 big gigantic packages of mushrooms, a little bit of garlic powder, threw in the oven, and that was simple. That was really, really simple. I like it, and I hope my guests like it, because if they don't, I'm gonna have lots of leftovers. Thanks for watching.